Lesson 17, Mode. The mode is a measure of central tendency or average of the data. The mode measures central tendency by finding the data value or values that occur most frequently, that is, has the highest frequency among all the data values. For instance, calculate the mode exam score for a student that receives scores of 4, 2, 5, 3, 0, and 4 for the 6 problems on their Unit 1 examination and interpret the result. In order to calculate the mode, we need to look at the frequency of each data value. So to do this, we can look at all the data values on a number line and count which data value occurs most often. Here we can see that the score of 4 occurred twice, more than any other data value, thus making the mode for this student's Unit 1 exam score 4. Now that we've calculated the mode, we then need to interpret the result. So merely just saying that the mode Unit 1 exam score for this student is 4 is just describing the result. That is, saying the result in words of the problem. It's not an interpretation. Interpretations explain or give meaning to the result. Now the mode measures central tendency by finding the data value or values that occur most frequently in the data. So an interpretation would be that this student received more scores of 4 on their Unit 1 examination than any other score. Let's try another example. For instance, calculate the mode exam score for a student that received scores of 5, 3, 4, 3, 5, and 1 for the 6 problems on their Unit 2 examination. Well, in order to find the mode, we need to look at the data value or values that occur most frequently. So if we were to look at all the data here on a number line, and we were to observe that the score of 3 occurs twice, but also a score of 5 occurs twice, there's a tie. So in this case, both a score of 3 and a score of 5 on this student's Unit 2 exam occurs more frequently than any other score. We'd have to report that we have 2 modes. The mode is equal to 3 and 5. Whenever there is a tie for the most frequently occurring data value, more than one mode is said to exist. In these instances, the population or sample is considered to have multiple modes. So the mode is not necessarily unique. Furthermore, for data that does not consist of any repeating values, the mode does not even exist. For instance, a student that receives scores of 2, 5, 3, 0, 1, and 4 for the 6 problems on their Unit 3 examination has no mode because none of the scores occur more frequently than any other score. That is, each of these scores only occurs once. There are no repeats, therefore there is no mode. As long as the mode exists, the mode can be determined for data of any type, that is, qualitative or quantitative, continuous or discrete, and at every level of measurement, nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio. In spite of this, in statistics, the mode is primarily used to describe the central tendency in qualitative data.